We're inside the PE gym talking to head coach Terry Culhane. Coach, catch us up to speed on the team this fall. You held your first official practice of the 2013 season yesterday and your first practice again today.
Well, it's been good to have the kids back and for us to be able to start, get started. And different faces, different team, and the whole process of trying to create the identity of who we're going to be. And it's pretty early to see what's going to happen, but we're working hard at trying to get to that point.
You had a very successful season last year. You bring back some important pieces from that team, but you lost 3 big hitters. Can you talk about the returning starters that you have, and then how you plan to fill the void that the 3 left this year?
Well, I don't think you just don't fill the void of 3 kids, Devin Diedrich, Brooke Burmeister, and Mary Groth. You don't replace them, all the matches they played, for one. But it's just kind of the nature of how the game works and how our program operates. And we do have a number of kids, although we're very young, we still have a number of kids that have logged, at least a number of college matches. So Emily Gutzmer has been, set for us all last year. Rachel Libero has started every match other than being out for a couple concussion matches. She's started every match of her career, and she's our only senior. And then Kel Anderson, Abby Thiessen, those kids have all logged major matches as freshmen, and Whitney Burmeister has a good share as well.
It's been proven in this conference, in this league, that a team can reload pretty quickly with freshmen. Can you just talk about the incoming freshman players that you do have and what roles they might have on this year's team?
We have 6 freshmen actually coming in, and one of the things that it's just always hard to know how they're going to fill in, and we don't know. It's way too early to figure out what they're going to be, who's going to be doing what, or how that's going to work. But Jessica Thelman will be in the mix, I would think, as a middle, and Bailey Kirchhoff could push for places as a back row, libero / DS, and then it's just a matter of the other kids, any of them for that matter, stepping up. We've had a history of not being afraid to play freshmen, so I would guess our approach is if they're good enough to play, they get to play. So it's just too early to tell where they're going to be at.
The season's a couple weeks away, and you start this year on the road in Michigan. Talk about that tournament, and you touched on it earlier in the last question. Is that something you find out in practice up until then, or is it something you find out mid-season who's going to shuffle in and play? You actually had I believe you had the same starting lineup all of last season, the same. Is that going to shuffle around this
well,
year?
If it's shuffling, that means either somebody's getting a lot better or somebody's not doing the job. So hopefully we're in a position where it becomes a pretty consistent lineup. The sooner we can get to that point, the better. We'll just see, how it goes by need. One of the things that was very helpful for us last year is we stayed relatively healthy. So if you have a key injury or whatever, that's going to obviously change that format. But we go to Michigan and we play 4 very good teams there, and that'll be a good test for us to start with, just to see what we're about. And our biggest situation right now is just trying to find an identity to who we are and what we're going to be like as a team this year.
Finally, just the late shows in a couple days. Inter-squad scrimmage gives you a nice little snapshot of some strengths and weaknesses. You see how people perform in practice, but does it give you a good game setting of how some of the girls will perform in a game?
It's actually, Adam, to be honest, it's way too early right now for us. I mean, it's going to be our 4th day of practice, and we just do it for the convenience for the university and admission, office of admission, and that. And, it'll give them a chance. Probably the biggest benefit is it'll give some of our young kids a chance to play in front of a crowd and get that out of their system, so when it really counts, they won't be so quite or not in such awestruck situations.
All right, thanks, Coach. The Mustangs open up the 2013 season September 6th versus Truman in Allendale, Michigan. Thanks, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thanks, Evan.